welcome. Thank you for joining me in my home studio today. This is a yoga practice that you can call on. If your body is feeling stiff, you're noticing that you need some movement, maybe you've never done yoga before, this is a really basic yoga flow. It's accessible to anybody in any body, and the intention is simply to leave you feeling better than you showed up. So we'll start in a seat. If this hurts your hips, your knees, or your back, you can place a pillow underneath your seat to lift your hips a little bit. We'll start with the eyes closed. Gently, with your awareness, feel into the body. Notice the information that is present today. Our tendency as humans is to label this experience with words. Maybe that's tightness or stiffness. Maybe you're feeling stressed or anxious. Maybe you are feeling good and grounded. Whatever those words that come to mind may be, I encourage you to become the witness of your experience. And instead of attaching yourself to these words, simply noticing them and then letting them go. We'll call our awareness to our breath now. As you inhale, think about softening the belly. And at first, just allow these inhales and exhales to come effortlessly in and out, the waves of an ocean. As we sit here, we'll begin to build these breaths by increasing the time it takes to inhale and the time it takes to exhale by intentionally slowing our breath down. As you slow these breaths down, maybe you'll be able to notice the difference of the breath coming into the belly, into the lungs, and pulling it all the way into the heart space, the chest, and then letting it go the same way that it entered. Lastly, as we call the breath in, we'll find a pause at the top, not needing to let the breath go yet, but simply feeling this space that you're creating within the body. Let the exhale become a relaxing, a letting go, a surrendering. As the breath comes all the way out, find a pause at the bottom to feel the emptiness, the space you created simply with your breath. As you continue with this breathing pattern, we'll notice this breath as the golden thread that carries us through this practice. Knowing that the breath is always there to stretch you from the inside out, whether that's within the body or within the mind. Knowing that simply breathing is enough to create change. We'll build on this change that we've already created by blinking the eyes open and slowly making our way to our back on the mat. First thing that we will do laying here on the back is we'll start to notice the backside body now. And intentionally breathing there into the backside body. Noticing all the touch points, your feet, the back of your hips, your arms, what this feeling, this sense of being held and supported gives you. Maybe it's a little more ease. Maybe you notice a letting go. As we move through practice, just remember that outside the realm of effort is this beautiful alchemy that can happen when we release the need to do. We soften into the space of being. On your next inhale, slowly pull the knees into the belly and exhale here. Inhale, creating a little space, growing tall through the top of the head, all the way to the tailbone. And as you exhale, we'll slowly allow the knees to fall over to the left. You can support the right knee with the left hand if they do not connect. Find the touch points of your shoulders onto the mat, and then reach your right arm out long and allow the gaze to follow. Breathing here. Becoming mindful of any subtle changes as you breathe. Maybe you notice that right knee moving towards the left knee. Maybe you notice a relaxing of the shoulders, the space between your eyebrows. As you inhale, pull those knees back towards the center, and then allow them to fall over to the right. Same thing as the other side, you can support the left knee with the right hand. Move that left hand as far away from you as you can first, and then allow the gaze to fall over to the left. Breathe here and be patient as change occurs in the body. Allow these poses to be a journey instead of a static destination. As we allow ourselves space to change with time, we give ourselves more permission to be. Moves us away from these grabby hands of needing to be somewhere else to feel good, and instead finding that feeling here. Your next inhale will move the knees back to center. Allow the soles of the feet to find the mat, and you'll cross that right foot over the left knee. Now, find your tailbone on the mat, your shoulders, and your head. We'll keep these places in contact with the mat as we slowly journey that right shin in towards us. Your hands can connect to the top of the shin to further guide that shin in towards your chest. Reconnect the tailbone by sending those hips backwards, almost like you're stamping them into the mats. Pull the shin a bit closer. Take a deep inhale. And a relaxing, soothing exhale. One more here. On your next exhale, allow that left foot to find the mat, uncross the leg. Take the left foot on top of the right knee and pull that shin inward. Once you're grabbing onto the shin, press the tailbone backwards into the mat. Find the touch point of the shoulders and the back of the head. Maybe slightly pull the chin in to grow taller through the spine. And then allow every exhale for that left leg to move a bit closer towards your body. Notice We'll release out of that now and take the hands to the back of the thighs. As you bend and straighten the legs, we'll slowly rock on the spine 3 or 4 times until eventually you'll cross the feet, come over the ankles, and find yourself in a tabletop in the center of the mat. We'll take some gentle cat-cows first. So untuck the toes, plant the tops of the feet onto the mat, and as you inhale, drop the belly, send the tailbone backwards and up. Pull gently back on your hands and allow the heart to shine through. The gaze will come up to the ceiling for cow pose. Breathing here, pressing down into the hands. And then on your next exhale, we'll take the belly button to the spine, the chin will come to chest, your tailbone will rock under. For cat pose, take a deep breath here. As you press into the hands, we're thinking about the shoulder blades moving away from each other. Now we'll find some motion here. As you inhale, drop the belly, and as you exhale, belly comes to spine. Maybe you stay here for these cat-cows, or you can take a rocking motion forwards and backwards, rolling the spine as you go. This is a beautiful time to become aware of how your body moves in space. And this is embodiment, noticing the patterns, noticing those sticky areas, choosing to stay, breathe, and move through them until they change or soften. We'll take a few more movements here, and eventually we will find stillness in the center, evening everything out, allowing the natural curves of the spine to come into play, not needing too much effort. We'll tuck the toes now, and as you press into the hands and into the ball mounds of the feet just below the toes, the knees will eventually, naturally begin to hover, and the hips will lift. We'll send the heels down, heart backwards as we find our downward dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet here. And eventually, we will begin walking those feet forwards to a forward fold at the top of the mats. You can grab for opposite elbows here, sway side to side. Allow any tension to just roll off the spine. We'll reconnect the fingertips to the mat. One vertebrae at a time, stacking one on top of the other, allowing your head to come up last. Find your feet, lift your toes, spread them and set them back down. Take your right hand behind your back and inch that hand up as high as you can, and then allow the left ear to drop over to the left shoulder. You can take some gentle rocks forwards and backwards of the head, noticing in what area of the neck you hold the most tension, pausing in any sticky locations to breathe and release. Gently guiding the head back up to center, let that right arm go. We'll take the same on the other side. Take the left arm behind the back, inching the hand up as high as you can. Allow the right ear to find the right shoulder. Breathing deeply here. Some gentle rocks of the head forwards and backwards. Breathing deeply. Allow the head to come back up to center. Let that hand go. Reach the arms up high. Reaching tall through the tops of the fingers. And then we'll allow the arms to come out wide. Inhale, we'll take a halfway lift by taking the hands to the shins. Lengthen out the space from the top of your head all the way to your tailbone. On your next exhale, allow the hands to find the floor. Step the right foot to the back of the mat, lower the knee, untuck the right toes. As you lift the arms up towards the ceiling, take that right hip and move it forwards in space. If you need a little more support, you can take the hands to the knee, press into the hands, and lift your gaze up to the ceiling. Take your awareness into that right hip. Notice any holding, pattern of holding. See if you can let that go. On your next exhale, we'll take the hands down to the floor. Begin straightening out the left leg. Toes will come up to the ceiling. Flatten out the spine and allow the heart to melt towards the left leg. In your life, if you do a lot of sitting, traveling in the car or in airplanes, this stretch can feel quite loud as the back of the leg will tighten up in these positions. Call on your breath to create space and allow every exhale to be a melting, a letting go, knowing that the breath is the vehicle for change. As we inhale, begin bending the left knee, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and then step the right foot to meet the left forward fold. Inhale, we'll do another halfway lift, grow tall through the top of the head. As you exhale, take the hands down, step the left foot to the back of the mat, lower the knee, untuck the toes. Take the arms up or to the knee, and then allow that hip to drop and lower towards the mat. Breathe deeply here. Maybe take the gaze up towards the ceiling, open the heart, drop the shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, take the hands to the floor, straighten out the right leg, allow the toes to lift. Begin breathing here. The pattern for most of us when these sensations show up is to leave or adjust or move up and out of this posture. By calling on that slow, steady breath, calming the nervous system. And when we calm the nervous system and regulate it out of fight or flight and into that rest and digest, the body feels safe enough to let go, release, open up. So as you're breathing, be open to the shape of the posture changing. Be open to meeting the next version, the next level, the next edge of this stretch. And it's an ongoing adventure. So you'll always feel a sensation, but the posture itself changes. As you inhale, bend that right knee. We'll tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. We'll inhale one vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. Wave those arms up overhead. And as you exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift, grow tall through the top of the head. As you exhale, take the hands to the mat, step both feet to the back. So you're in this plank position. We'll slowly begin lowering the knees to the mat. Allow your chin to find the mat, and we'll slide through until we're on our bellies. And then take those palms or fists and stack them on the mat and allow your head to lay gently on top of them. Bring your awareness to the front side body now. Notice how the front side body feels supported, grounded, and anchored onto your mat. attention, the focus be on relaxing and being. Feeling what is here for you now. Take one more breath here. Exhale, let it all go. Take the mat, take the hands and stamp them on to the mat on either side of the chest. As you inhale, begin pressing into the hands, lifting the chest up off the mat. Maybe you find baby cobra, or maybe you can extend the body by straightening the arms. On your next exhale, we'll press the hips backwards to child's pose. Toes come together, knees wide. Finding one more relaxing breath here. Come up through tabletop and find your way back to a seated position. We'll take the hands to the knees and the eyes gently closed. We'll take these next few moments to feel any subtle changes or differences within the body. We'll take this moment to find gratitude for ourselves, for our breath that gives us life, for this body that allows us to move, for this practice that allows us to be. And a gentle smile of the lips. Take your hands to your heart. Leaves you feeling better than you